Good day, YouTube. I'm about to watch a video about the disturbing reality of drive-thru, a reaction video by Asmongold. Well, I guess it's more of a reaction of a reaction. Okay, here, you know what? Let me turn this up.
People who pass by more fast food restaurants on the way to work have a higher likelihood of being obese. And if this is true,
I wonder why that happens. What a mystery that must be.
true, I blame the drive-thru because the drive-thru exploits quirks of human psychology.
Customers love the drive-thrus like never before.
So obesity rates are on the rise.
New research shows drive-thru service has become the meat of the business.
Sometimes you really don't want to leave your house. So you don't
Here.
leave your house and not get
Flip this.
An alarming trend.
Now, it's not the drive-thru's fault that we all find convenience, the path of
On
least
this side
resistance, and
is
instant
the
gratification.
Do they have drive-throughs in
Mike,
other places
so-
in the world where everybody isn't fat? Yeah. So like maybe it's not the
Okay,
drive-thru,
so this is
you know, 'cause
more
like
of
everybody
a
else
video
is drive-thru,
of
and it's just happening to us. So it's like,
obesity. Well, okay. A lot of the problem is with the obesity. Why people are fat. My experience is people are unhappy. It's like if you're a smoker or a alcoholic or it's your addiction. If you're not a smoker, if you're not a drinker, well, more people are eating their emotions. They're not happy. Um, so people also, if they really wanting to lose weight, a lot of the problem is because of their not burning their calories of what they are eating. People who has slow metabolism or fast metabolism. I have the same problem. But I have been told that I'm skinny and fat. Mostly my problem, the most part of my body is fat, is more my stomach. Well, people are manipulative. People are trying to make money off of the people's emotions. That's the real problem. If you do all your research for gyms or even doing research for trying to um, find out what type of exercises you should really do to lose that. So if you're able to find out how much, like say, water you're supposed to do for each day to drink, well, they say you need 8 cups of water. Well, in bottled water terms, that's a little over 3 bottles of water. Well, they say you need 3 meals of the day. Breakfast time is the most uh, most important, they say. Well, then you also could find out that when you wake up, your immune system digests a lot quicker. Well, but if you have a slow metabolism, like say if you like don't really have red meat, that's like no hot dogs, um, no steak or stuff like that. Well, if you watch a lot of these cooking shows, like at least on even on YouTube, people who make steaks and stuff are usually like all your most high result who's are more overweight. There are people out there that are skinny, but because they're burning their calories, especially if they have a faster metabolism. So, if you sleep for 7 hours and then you save for 14 hours, every hour you drink a half a cup of water, and then you do the math, well, 8 cups of water each of those times. Well, in that same sense, if you work for 7 hours, then you have 7 hours additional at home. Well, life in general could be very simple but yet boring. People also can be wanting more money. Well, how much money do you really need in life? What do you really need in life? You can simplify life to even more. So, do you like if they set like with the way how so like your child support or um spouses support or whatever, people need money. Money is there to help a little bit of trade, like what probably like 18,000, like 1800 years ago, where or money itself downgrade. So, do you really need? How much money do you really need? It's just there to help with trades. Back then, you had maybe a neighbor who had eggs, another neighbor who had maybe cows. So then another with who had um, fruit or veggies, carrots or uh, green beans or whatever. Um, and because of population keep increasing, what should you really need? Like if you did a $36, like a penny per second, $36 an hour if you don't work. If you are one of those people who have to work to get out of the house, then cut that in half, that's 18. So you still get 36 regardlessly. But once you work $18 an hour, like for 7 hours, then if you downgrade all the prices to the original amount um, uh, of items, like what's the original price of milk? So if you froze all those prices, everything would have been to a standpoint. People want to just have fun. A general base life concept is you sleep, you eat, you clean, you play, you exercise and socialize and pay your bills. Of course, you have your health, like your doctors, your dentists, stuff like that. Well, in a basic life, what do you really need? Well, maybe even if after when you die, but when you die, your body's just gonna sit there. I'm leaving all these politic or religion out of that. because you don't know what happens. The only thing you could probably say is once you die, uh, you maybe get cremated by the people that are alive from your family or friends, or you just get somebody dig up a hole in the ground and pretty much put you in the grave, in the hole, bury you up. Just like how animals and your grass and stuff. Um, People don't really pay attention to insects that they don't see. If you're a vegetarian, um, regardlessly, you're still eating a bug. Even if you rinse it off, you still will have bug on celery or carrots. Or if you're you can't go completely vegetarian. Try to avoid eating uh, anything um, like bug or whatnot, something alive, atoms, some atomically. Uh, there's always something that you're still gonna eat. Um, some people don't want to kill things, like your aspect of it. Sorry, I wasn't. I was gonna rant about this video, but I started understanding what this mostly is about, so I'm more ranting about this video topic more of watching it. But at least I don't have to, if somebody would see this video, it will not be labeling as uh, copy or doing something else. But at least I'm not can't be striked on a different aspect. But I'm doing this as my own take of a reaction. At least I'm not really per se showing that much, or audio or visual, like just the video itself. But hopefully this helps a little more to help people to understand more. Maybe. The way how people think these days are really mind boggling. People are making money off of war or stuff. Like, if you look at prison, people are who killed somebody who wasn't in the military or whatnot, just being labeled as a murderer. But in people in government are being who had been in the army still killed somebody in war. Those people still a murder. Even in a religion term, thou shalt not kill. So you shouldn't kill yourself or anybody else. But that's their own free will to believe in something. But even back in with the prison aspect, so people in the military would just grab a black marker. Oh, okay, here's all the result. This is what happened. Okay, it's all self-defense. Well, in logically, some people did self-defense, but if you even took just the concept of killing another human or another creature, you're still one way or another being murdered. So is this more a this is just a random rant about life in general. Started with just um, a what is it? Just from being obese, carrying over into life itself. So it's like, yeah, back on the whole being health aspect, learn what kind of type of body you are. Try to not be manipulate of thinking that, oh, you have to eat this or that. You need to learn to focus on uh, how fast your body uh, would need. You just need to burn. The more you, if you want to eat so much, make sure you burn enough calories of what you're about to eat. If you do um, just have water, yeah, a lot of people don't like water, but try to do some experiment of if you only do water at first, try to cut down on your pop. Maybe do like one can of pop, like if you're a Mountain Dew fanatic or you're Dr. Pepper, uh, have one can of pop. If you're a gamer who does maybe D&D or something like that, have your weekend like your Saturday and Sunday as you just drink uh, pop. Give yourself a certain uh, rule. The one who can really give you a specific type of guideline or a structure is yourself. It's you um, as a person. It's easier to maintain being inside of your own home to deal with that. Uh, and then you have maybe you're a tea drinker or a pop drinker or a coffee drinker. Well, you can still have that, but you just gotta do your exercise. Like if you just lay down on the floor before you, like if you um, wake up after you sleep. Then you go in the bathroom, you jump in a shower, um, wash your body, brush your teeth. In a basic life structure, you should wake up, go in the shower, do your number one or two or whatnot. Uh, Take a shower, brush your teeth, do all your bathroom stuff, and then you get up. Either some people who can't just eat when you wake up, some people uh, have to take a shower first. But in a general base, you shouldn't brush your teeth after when you eat. So you would have to wait for 30 minutes from a uh, general, kind of a general concept. Maybe sometime you might have to wait for an hour uh, to go. So you you wake up, you kind of stretch a little bit your arm, loosen up your muscles after when you sleep. Then you're go in the shower, you brush your teeth, you uh, just do your go in the shower, clean your body, like out and inside. Your wake up, maybe take a 15-minute, uh, like 30-minute walk around the block. If you have a 3-minute, like one of those microwavable food, you have a like a breakfast bowl or something. Uh, just enough amount of serving size. Like if you kind of took your size of your palm, that kind of like your serving size. Just one egg is a serving. Like at a restaurant or something, a two or a three meal egg is technically a two or three person serving size. So if you really want to save money, just buy that one and just ask the server for like one or two plates, and then you can just split them out of how much they are now. Heck, a McDonald buy a regular burger, cut them in half, maybe like four people. There you go. Take a little walk over at a forest preserve. They're free. Um, Take a little, uh, well, even a step exercises, 30 50 steps. If you live in an apartment complex that has, like, say, 16 step going up or down, and, well, in generally, you only would need to do that two times. You can't just stop right in the middle of it, so you go down once, 16, then go back up, pretty much halfway done. So in a house, usually you have maybe like 5 steps going up. So how many times do you have to get out of the house from a regular house standpoint? Well, if you stand and just uh, if you want to work out your calf, just do like a 2.5 minute of working a certain part of your body, like your toe lifts. Like if you just kind of just moving up and down um, from your tip of your foot, um, it will start working up your kind of your calf on your legs. You can avoid a certain other where you don't have to go out taking a walk because you just burn your calories from that standpoint. And if you do that 2 maybe 3 times a day, you doing a min max or of your routine in a simpler concept, and then doing a leg plank. If you hold your butt up, um, like if you can't, you need help, put your toes. If you have a couch or something that you can just put your toes or your feet underneath your couch, hold your stomach up and your uh, upper legs. That can help work up your thighs, upper legs muscle. Now, if you're trying to do another with your hip leg lift, where you're actually just lifting up your leg, going from this direction, and then you go on your side, you do the same thing. That will help your lower level half. Now, to do your sit ups, not everybody likes doing sit ups, especially if you're heavy set. Your stomach is the larger part. So I don't like doing sit ups, but I do it at times. But once you're going to a mental state, um, eventually you will lose the motivation. If you need motivation, if you have friends or family or somebody who can do the exercise with you, you have an even better chance. You can do it within like about a month, maybe 2 month, month and a half. Um, you then eventually need a partner to do exercise. So if you do those, you will see massive amount of exercise. Sometimes you might because especially if you're overweight, you will actually have a chance of doing um, you will lose weight really fast. But eventually, once you lose it, then you find that spot to get a little harder. If you do like 20 sit ups uh, for like maybe like if it becomes a little easier, try to do 25. If you find out 25, you start getting a little exhausted, but see if you can push yourself a little bit to 30. Then do every, uh, just do at least 30 for each set. If you can do it within all your exercise within 30 minutes and then you eat, you will eventually burn all that calorie off. If you can't do sit ups, there's a way you can just do wall push ups. If you can't do regular push ups off the floor, especially if you're fat, all that fat kind of kind of make you feel uncomfortable. So you can still build up your arm. So even if you do your legs, like your waist down exercise, your a lot of your fat mostly either goes up into your arm, and your fat goes, especially because, well, uh, your gravity goes downward into your legs. So if you work your legs um, and your upper arm, a lot of your muscles uh, from your upper chest will start getting smaller. So your stomach is the huge problem. That's why you would need those sit-ups. Now, if you're overweight, uh, for a guy, all that lower gravity aspect can lower your. Could uh, pressure onto your family jewel, if that your inner aspect. Now I don't know how women react to if it does affect the inner aspect. I want to know how that would if you're born as a male or a female. Um, Now that's another rant aspect discussion could goes. Uh, People just become fixate more about other people's reaction than others. Yeah, so it's like you can, um, if you have a problem with hunching over so much, if you lay down flat on the ground to do your sit ups, um, you can still keep yourself uh, flat. So you can still help um, keep your back up. Um, like if you're now through that reaction of being male or female, or if you're straight or gay, lesbian, or whatnot, if you're a person who believes that um, you always wake up thinking about that gender is what you are. If you believe you're a male, you're a male. If you believe you're a female, you're a female. Now there are some issues going on with those type of people that are who born as a male, you're still a male. But if you believe that you're a female, well, that's that's your personality. No, it's people just fixated on them. they should be worrying about themselves. People aren't happy these days. People need to work with them being who they are. If there are only a lot of people, especially in video games, the virtual world. Um, it's really coming out more in the real world now, like your in-game money function. A lot of basic games these days aren't really games. Uh, it's just like PlayStation Home. Um, uh, Back then they don't have that anymore. Just a center hub area, like if you're in your own apartment with a voice chat, like if Hulu or Netflix actually put stuff like that um, into a like how GameStop had like every their own reward system where every like 1,000 pennies is $1. Um, well, every 1,000 seconds is 1 minute of one video. You could get a certain currency, in-game currency, where you can just buy certain styles for your avatar. Allow you to create like because if you have 5 users for Netflix or Hulu, allow you to just update that and just make the best customization, let you create your own avatar, and let you walk around with that. Well, you can pretty much stay inside your house if that. Not everybody can handle being indoors, just like not everybody can handle the real world population. So, how big of a place do you really need? There's a regulation on how big of how small a house gotta be. There should be more a regulation on what they shouldn't have a regulation on it. Like if you set a the economy to be as a um, like a as a single parent of 3 kids, even with that whole function of having $36 an hour um, without work, everybody get that amount of money, um, regardlessly. And having the low cost for a lot of things, what do you really need in life to survive? Not that much. It's really not. People just like to go adventure in real life to have fun. Um, if you know how to manage that, your life itself, with the way how the Constitution, with AI, that can really help with a lot of your analysts out there. Um, People are just greedy in life. Um, it's all about making money. How much money? What's better, being a cart pusher at Walmart or a manager? Oh, store manager because I can fire. Well, then if you that's your mindset of thinking that why you actually get that. Not everybody needs like all that high pay as like a store manager or an owner of a company. Some people might just need that X amount of low level, maybe, uh, uh, of that amount of money. You socialize more with the customer if you're a cart pusher uh, over a management. You only have to socialize with just the people indoors. Some people had issues with uh, seizures or whatnot. Some people would like to work, but they can't work. But then you have people who uh, can work, but they're not working. Your squatters issues, what's happening in the world, can easily be fixated, like because there's a law about bearing arms. Back then, when Constitution first came across, there's they were pretty much nearly everybody had guns, but there wasn't automatics. there was there to protect your land. To if you need to eat something, you have to hunt. That what your bare arm about. But there's no what's more important, owning a home or bare arm. There should be a law for to own a home. All land should be completely free. You shouldn't charge somebody. Maybe just have one specific spot on in that one. Like how small of a house should you really have? Your bedroom. Um, how big of a bed do you really need? Like a size as a couch? Put a TV on the wall these days? Heck, minimizing a lot of that. You really don't like a normal size uh throw rugs, just a regular throw rugs with the couch on it against this on a wall can really actually cut down your apartment. Not like even how many people actually use a dining room. Mostly, people are just putting stuff on their uh, the table and just use it as a storage area. Like if you actually look at everything that you all have, you can pretty much just have your bed or slash couch. Heck, with the way how a standard size bed with maybe you want something fancy. Heck, even a bathroom like have a little nozzle like you take off the shower head on the wall. A standard size like a normal full uh, bathroom is considered as a toilet, a sink, a uh, a shower, and or a tub. After what I looked up on all these research, stuff like that, apartment itself should be the most uh, affordable housing. Now, if you have companies that are plumbers, yard work, stuff like that, you can work with your tenant to cut that down. People aren't that so smart. If you really want to make money or even save some money on certain things, like if you had a certain, like just a no regulation on how big a house should be, um, only a basic minimum of what you really just need, not including all the stuff that people would need just for like their bed or whatnot. Heck, a box bed could be built into the ground. How tall should a bed really be? Like dust, if you figure out how far, like all your plug outlets, what should you really need in the ceiling? With the way how technology increased with LED strips and shit, stuff like that. Um, a lot of that stuff, like if you figure out how dust focused, because like your earwax, your boogers or snot, whatever you want to call it, are still dust that goes in your nose, your mouth, your ears, um, like plaque. It's some form of backup of dust, even inside your body. Um, you have liquid, solid, and gas. Um, all living things are those. So logically, it just what caused problem is more of other humans' problem um, going onto you. Well, to avoid all of that, try being indoors for 40 years. Eventually, your body will uh, start slowing down at about 40, 50, but depends on also your work that you choose to work for. Your life is a career. And not obligation is something that you uh, don't want to do, but you have to do it. That's life. Don't compare your life with other people because that is a problem. Um, in a general base with an AI system, you should just sleep, eat. Like you can make a world constitution with the AI if it's mostly just you. Back then, they say one person can make a difference. Depends on how popular that one person and how many people does listen to them. So if you make a world constitution, um, maybe even a multi-world constitution, if that. If you want to take it to the extreme, maybe start small, combining every single law that will help benefit everybody on Earth. Um, from being a president, supposedly you need money to run for president. Back then, you didn't really need that. But now you need more than $1,000 for each state or X amount of state um, for commercials or ads or whatever you want to call it these days. That's sad. Well, with the way how CEO or tyrants or whatever, CEO should not be. Anybody who makes more than $1,000 then with these days should not be able to run for um, government. Um, and because if you look at over the years, it really does will point you that direction. Look at the way how news are being manipulated. Not every um, death, like mass shooters, shooting or whatever, uh, goes and noticed, be chosen to be in the news. Kind of sad, but community themselves, you could actually have just a community itself. Um, there's just it's a moral concept problem too. We all should be just like, how big of a land do you really need? Like, you should just live the way how you want. The concept of native, there was a time where I looked up like what the concept of being a native. How long do you really need to be a Native American? Um, be born in your whole generation, gotta be born in the United States. But we're all native to this planet. Even the internet need to be considered as constitution function. You don't need like state constitution per se. You just need one major constitution that affect that continent or heck even the world. Now, if you to even more extreme, because man nation function, it should also factor toward um, uh, virtual and real world constitutions. Two separate constitutions, but if you even combine both the virtual and real world constitution into one, the right to speech, but you should be respectful for that one. If one person has issues with this, we're all human. Doesn't matter if what color. If you're white, peach, black, brown, um, light brown, like uh, blue, green, purple, black, like uh, black, brown, uh, or a rainbow colored skin. Um, doesn't matter. You should be respectful. If somebody's like back then, back in like I used to work at Jewel and Walmart. Um, um, NF actually had a sign like treat people the way how you want to be treated. If you're gonna be treated like you don't want to be treated as disrespect, don't disrespect other people. That's that's how life is. Like you enjoy life to the best of your ability. If you can only do so much, um, do what you can do. Don't try to manipulate anybody thinking that because you're unhappy, um, um, and the only thing that makes you slightest feel a little bit better is seeing other people miserable. That's the wrong way to go in life. um, you're disrespecting somebody. They're just gonna get angry and get frustrated because of you, and then that's just gonna be. Then you get angry back because they just uh, retire and just be um, angry because you just been angry at them. It's just gonna be a huge circle. It's just uh, who's the bigger person not to do it though. There's also that old saying older than me. So in life, people just gotta be more considerate. Be nice. Doesn't matter if you're an animal or not. If you're virtual or real life. Just do you. Just relax. Calm. Stay calm. That's it. I hope this actually helps people more understand a little bit more of life. And hopefully, this video can go viral to help benefit all world. Maybe some or a group of people make a huge a world constitution help benefit everybody. Japan, North or South Korea or uh, Iran or or Israel or stuff like that. Be be courtesy to people. Help other people. All these homeless people. If in at least in the United States, there's enough homeless people to um, be inside of all abandoned homes and still have enough abandoned homes for other people. Put all your abandoned homes in your continent. Like if there's a constitution amendment that actually has uh, one person has one house, that will help the economy for those homes. Everybody would have a more happier life. The only thing that some people need is also a sociable person. That's what I'm saying. A general based concept is for your health is sleep, eat, clean, play, exercise, socialize, and pay your bills. Bills is mostly your uh like your rent, uh uh your doctor bills, even your dentist should be considered as a doctor because they technically are. That's another issues with all those. With those functions, they still a doctor is a doctor. Somebody who can help take care of something. There are foot doctors. They're considered as doctors, but if you put dentists, they're not covered in a lot of doctor like insurance. especially like Medicare, Medicaid. Um, Everybody has the right to live. Everybody should have the right to uh, has a happy life. Enjoy your life. Learn from what you go. Doesn't matter if you're a religious. Help, like you're Catholic, uh, Christian, you're um, Jewish, uh, you're German. Um, Unite as a person um, of this earth. All right. Have a good life, people. Peace out.